Why did Dubai's artificial islands fail? Dubai's artificial islands were meant to be a symbol of luxury and innovation. Yet many of these projects now lie abandoned. What went wrong? These islands were designed to attract tourists and investors from around the world, showcasing Dubai's ambition and futuristic vision. However, the reality turned out to be quite different. Financial troubles, environmental concerns, and logistical challenges plagued these grand projects. Today, many of these islands stand as a stark reminder of what could have been, but never fully materialized. Join us as we explore the rise and fall of Dubai's artificial islands. The Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jebel Ali, and the World Islands were ambitious projects. These artificial islands were designed to boost tourism and real estate. However, they faced insurmountable challenges, including financial difficulties, environmental concerns, and engineering problems. Despite the grand vision, the reality proved to be much more complex and problematic. The projects struggled to meet their lofty goals, leading to delays and incomplete developments. What were the environmental impacts, you ask? The construction of these islands disrupted marine ecosystems. Dredging sand and altering currents led to severe ecological damage. Marine life suffered immensely, with coral reefs and fish populations declining. Environmentalists warned about these impacts. One expert noted that the sediment disturbances suffocated marine life and altered sunlight penetration. This caused significant harm to the local ecology. The sheer scale of the construction was unprecedented. Heavy machinery and construction equipment were used extensively. The process was rapid and relentless. Sediment plumes clouded the water, affecting visibility and marine life. Marine biologists conducted studies to understand the full extent of the damage. Local fishermen reported dwindling fish stocks. Dead fish and damaged coral reefs became a common sight. Environmental protests erupted, demanding action. Government officials were forced to address the growing concerns. Restoration efforts were initiated, but the damage was extensive. Artificial reefs were installed in an attempt to mitigate the damage. Slowly, marine life began to return, but the ecosystem had been altered. Ongoing monitoring efforts continue to assess the long-term impacts. The goal is to restore the marine environment to its former glory. A balanced marine ecosystem is crucial for the health of our oceans. Community involvement has been key in these restoration projects. Educational programs have been launched to raise awareness about marine conservation. The hope is to see a thriving marine environment once again.
One expert noted that the sediment disturbances suffocated marine life and altered sunlight penetration. This caused significant harm to the local ecology.
But how did the financial crisis affect these projects? The 2008 global financial crisis hit Dubai hard. Property prices plummeted and funding dried up. Developers couldn't sustain the high costs, leading to project halts. Investors pulled out, leaving many projects incomplete. The financial instability exposed the fragility of these grandiose plans. It was a stark reminder of the risks involved in such massive undertakings. The financial crisis didn't just affect the property market, it had a ripple effect across various sectors. Many investors, fearing further losses, withdrew their investments from the stock market. This exodus of capital left numerous construction projects in limbo. The ambitious plans that once seemed unstoppable were now at the mercy of financial markets' instability. The crisis revealed just how vulnerable these large-scale projects were to economic downturns. The risks of undertaking such massive projects became glaringly apparent. The financial crisis served as a harsh lesson in the importance of sustainable development and financial prudence. The once bustling construction sites turned into ghost towns, with skeletal structures standing as monuments to the halted progress. Economic experts began to question the viability of Dubai's rapid expansion. Financial analysts debated the long-term impacts on Dubai's economy. In response, the Dubai government took measures to stabilize the economy. Efforts were made to attract new investments and revive stalled projects. Slowly, signs of recovery began to emerge. The city started to bounce back, but the scars of the financial crisis remained. The lessons learned from the financial crisis would shape the future of Dubai's development. The city had to rethink its approach to growth and sustainability. Moving forward, there was a greater emphasis on sustainable growth and financial stability. Dubai's journey through the financial crisis was a testament to its resilience and adaptability. Today, Dubai's skyline stands as a symbol of a city that has weathered the storm and emerged stronger. The financial crisis was a challenging chapter, but it also paved the way for a more resilient and sustainable future. Were there engineering challenges, though? Absolutely. The project faced numerous engineering challenges from the very beginning. The sheer scale of the construction was unprecedented, and the unique environmental conditions of the desert added layers of complexity. Engineers had to think outside the box to come up with innovative solutions to problems that had never been encountered before. The fine desert sand used wasn't stable enough. Engineers had to extract marine sand, which caused further environmental issues. The desert sand, while abundant, lacked the necessary properties for construction. It was too fine and smooth, making it unsuitable for creating a stable foundation. This led to the decision to use marine sand, which had the right texture and composition. However, extracting marine sand came with its own set of problems. The process disrupted marine ecosystems, leading to a decline in marine life and affecting local fishing communities. Breakwaters built to protect the islands led to stagnant water and unpleasant odors. The breakwaters were essential for protecting the newly constructed islands from the harsh ocean waves. However, they inadvertently created areas of stagnant water. This stagnant water became a breeding ground for bacteria and algae, leading to unpleasant odors and health concerns. The engineers had to come up with solutions to improve water circulation and mitigate these issues. The engineering challenges were immense. The construction timeline was ambitious, and meeting deadlines required meticulous planning and coordination. The harsh desert climate, with its extreme temperatures and sandstorms, posed additional challenges. Equipment would often break down, and workers had to endure grueling conditions. Despite these obstacles, the team persevered, driven by the vision of creating something extraordinary. The islands were not built to withstand natural forces. Despite the best efforts of the engineers, the man-made islands faced constant threats from natural forces. Erosion, rising sea levels, and shifting sands all posed significant risks. The islands required ongoing maintenance and reinforcement to ensure their stability. The project highlighted the challenges of creating permanent structures in such a dynamic and unpredictable environment. The lessons learned from these engineering challenges have informed future projects, emphasizing the need for sustainable and resilient design. What about the conspiracy theories? Conspiracy theorist. The term itself evokes a sense of mystery and skepticism. These individuals often delve into the hidden aspects of major events, questioning the official narratives and seeking alternative explanations. In the case of artificial islands, their theories are no different. Some believe these projects were never meant to succeed. They argue that the grand visions and ambitious plans were merely a smokescreen. According to them, the real intention was never to create sustainable, thriving communities on these man-made islands. They argue it was a facade to attract global attention and investment. The dazzling presentations, the futuristic designs, and the promises of a new era of living were all part of an elaborate show. The goal was to draw in investors from around the world. But was it all just a mirage? The idea that these islands were nothing more than an illusion, a trick to deceive the public and the investors, is a compelling one. It plays on the age-old fear of being duped, of falling for a grand lie. Conspiracy theorists suggest that the projects were a financial scheme. They point to the complex web of financial transactions, the shifting ownerships, and the opaque dealings as evidence. They claim that the developers knew the risks but proceeded to lure investors. The glossy brochures, the high-profile marketing campaigns, and the promises of high returns were all part of the plan. This theory adds a layer of intrigue to the already complex story. The idea that there is a hidden truth, a secret agenda behind the artificial islands, makes the story even more fascinating. As construction continues, the debate rages on. Are these islands a testament to human ingenuity and ambition, or are they a grand deception? The truth may lie somewhere in between. For those who question the official narrative, the search for answers is a never-ending journey. They will continue to dig, to probe, and to challenge the accepted truths. History is filled with examples of grand projects that promised much but delivered little. The artificial islands may one day join this list, a cautionary tale of hubris and overreach. The media plays a crucial role in shaping our perceptions of these projects. Headlines and articles can influence public opinion, either fueling the conspiracy theories or debunking them. Public debate and discussion are essential in uncovering the truth. As people share their views, challenge each other's ideas, and present new evidence, the collective understanding of the artificial islands evolves. Researchers and analysts play a key role in this process. By examining the data, scrutinizing the financial records, and investigating the claims, they help to build a clearer picture of what is really happening. As the sun sets over the artificial islands, casting long shadows, the questions remain. What is the true story behind these ambitious projects? Are they a beacon of progress or a symbol of deception? For now, we can only speculate and wonder. The artificial islands are a mystery, a puzzle waiting to be solved. The story of the artificial islands is far from over, and the search for answers will continue to captivate and intrigue us for years to come. Did the islands start sinking? This question has been on the minds of many as they witness the gradual disappearance of these man-made marvels. The phenomenon of sinking islands is not just a figment of imagination, but a stark reality that has been documented and studied extensively. Reports indicate that some islands are sinking. These reports have been corroborated by various scientific studies and observations. The sinking of these islands is a complex process influenced by multiple factors, including the materials used in their construction and the natural forces at play. The sand used is gradually disintegrating back into the sea. This disintegration is a slow but steady process, driven by the relentless action of waves and currents. Over time, the sand that was once part of the island's structure is carried away, leading to a gradual loss of landmass. NASA even noted Palm Jumeirah sinking at a rate of 5 millimeters per year. This rate may seem insignificant at first glance, but over the years, it adds up to a substantial amount of land lost to the sea. The sinking islands are a testament to the flawed engineering. The ambitious projects that led to the creation of these islands were often driven by a desire to showcase human ingenuity and technological prowess. However, in many cases, the engineering solutions implemented were not robust enough to withstand the harsh marine environment. The islands were simply not built to last. The initial excitement and grandeur of these projects have given way to a sobering reality. The vision of creating luxurious, sustainable habitats on artificial islands has been marred by the practical challenges of maintaining them in the face of natural forces. What lessons can we learn from these failures, though? These projects highlight the importance of sustainable development. Ignoring environmental and financial stability can lead to colossal failures. The lessons are clear. Sustainability and careful planning are crucial. Future projects must consider long-term impacts to avoid repeating these mistakes. Dubai's artificial islands serve as a stark reminder of what can go wrong. The environmental damage caused by these projects is significant and often irreversible. Financially, the losses have been staggering, affecting investors and the local economy. Urban planners now emphasize the need for sustainable practices in future developments. Around the world, successful projects have shown that sustainability is not just a buzzword, but a necessity. Building with sustainability in mind ensures long-term success and stability. Experts agree that integrating environmental and financial considerations is key to avoiding past mistakes. Future projects must consider long-term impacts to avoid repeating these mistakes. The path forward is clear. Sustainability and careful planning are not just options, but necessities for future success. How did public perception change? Initially, these islands were seen as engineering marvels. They were hailed as a testament to human ingenuity and the limitless possibilities of modern engineering. People from around the world marveled at the audacity and scale of the project, seeing it as a symbol of progress and innovation. However, over time, public opinion began to shift. Concerns about the environmental impact and sustainability of these massive structures started to surface. Reports of sinking islands, eroding beaches, and disrupted marine ecosystems painted a different picture. The once celebrated islands were now under scrutiny. Now, they are often viewed as symbols of hubris and environmental neglect. Public perception shifted dramatically. What was once a symbol of progress is now a cautionary tale. The grand vision of creating a paradise on Earth has been overshadowed by the harsh realities of environmental degradation and financial instability. The islands serve as a reminder of the consequences of overambition. They highlight the importance of considering long-term environmental impacts and the need for sustainable development. The story of Dubai's artificial islands is a complex one, filled with lessons about the balance between ambition and responsibility. As we look at the skyline of Dubai today, the artificial islands stand as a testament to both human achievement and the pitfalls of unchecked ambition. They remind us that while reaching for the stars, we must also take care of the ground beneath our feet. What are experts saying?
Leading environmentalists warn against such projects, They emphasize the need for ecological considerations in urban planning.
Meanwhile, some economists argue that the financial risks were underestimated.
Experts are divided. Environmentalists stress the ecological damage, while some economists point to the financial mismanagement. Both perspectives highlight the complexity of these projects.
Environmentalists also discuss the long-term impacts of such developments. They highlight the importance of sustainability in urban planning.
Economists analyze the cost overruns and question the feasibility of these projects. They point out the significant financial risks involved in large-scale developments.
The debate continues on the future of urban development. Both environmentalists and economists share their insights. Balancing development and sustainability remains a complex challenge. Experts discuss potential solutions and innovative approaches to urban planning. The vision for the future includes more sustainable and eco-friendly urban development. Is there any hope for these projects? The ambitious vision that once drove the creation of Dubai's artificial islands has faced numerous challenges. From financial crises to environmental concerns, these islands have seen it all. Some developers are trying to revive these islands with sustainable practices. They are focusing on eco-friendly construction methods and renewable energy sources to minimize the environmental impact. However, the damage done raises questions about the feasibility of such grandiose projects in the future. Revival efforts are underway, but skepticism remains. The environmental degradation caused by the initial construction has left a lasting mark. The long-term viability of these islands is uncertain. While some believe that with the right approach, these islands can be transformed into sustainable havens, others are not so optimistic. The future of artificial islands depends on learning from past mistakes. Developers and planners must take into account the lessons learned from previous failures to ensure that future projects are both economically viable and environmentally sustainable. Innovative designs and new technologies are being explored to make these islands more resilient. Concepts such as floating islands and modular structures are being considered to adapt to changing environmental conditions. Community involvement is also crucial. Engaging local communities in the planning and development process can lead to more sustainable and accepted projects. Ultimately, the future of Dubai's artificial islands will depend on a balanced approach that integrates economic, environmental, and social considerations. Only time will tell if these islands can overcome their troubled past and emerge as models of sustainable development. Should we be creating artificial islands when we have other major issues in the world that need addressing? It seems that our priorities are mixed. The environmental impact of these projects is significant, and the long-term sustainability is questionable. While the allure of creating new land and expanding territories is tempting, we must consider the broader consequences. Are we sacrificing our natural ecosystems for short-term gains? It's crucial to weigh the benefits against the potential harm. As we move forward, we need to rethink our approach and prioritize sustainable development that addresses the pressing challenges we face globally.